All right, so here's the problems that you were supposed to do on your own. Let's go ahead and check your answers. We're looking for things that multiply to be 12 and add to be 7. That would be x plus 3 and x plus 4. Our second one, we're looking for things that multiply to be negative 60 and add to be negative 4. That would be x minus 10 and x plus 6. And then finally, we're looking things that multiply to be 28. Multiply to be 28 and add to be negative 11. Let's see. I got to take a little bit more time on this one. Oh, okay. I think I found it. It looks like that's going to be x minus 7 and x minus 4. So again, we're looking for what multiplies to be the third term and adds to be the middle term. Those are our factored solutions. Okay, if you still got questions, make sure you address them. But let's go ahead and move on to our next examples, which are a special form of factoring called difference of squares. Now, the difference of squares appears when you have an expression of this form. Okay, notice the squared here. Okay, what we're looking for are square numbers. And square numbers are the numbers you get when you square something. So 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81, and 100. These are all square numbers. And again, how did I get these? 4 is 2 squared, 9 is 3 squared, 16 is 4 squared, this is 5 squared, this is 6 squared, 7 squared, 8 squared, 9 squared, 10 squared. Okay, that's a square number. If you see any of these numbers in this form, where it's something minus something, right? X minus something, then it always factors the same way. X plus B, X minus B, right? Or A plus B, A minus B. Let's look at an example of this. So here we have X minus 4. Notice that this is a square number. So what we're kind of doing is saying what multiplies to be negative 4 and what adds to be 0, right? Notice that there's no middle term. And as it turns out, that's going to be x minus 2 and x plus 2. Take whatever the square root of 4 is, which is 2, and that's going to be your minus 2 plus 2, right? That follows this example that we did here. If b squared, if that's 4, b squared is 4, then that means b is 2. It's the square root of that. So this is x minus 2, x plus 2. Same with this one. We're looking for what multiplies to be negative 25 and what adds to be 0. So we're looking at x minus 5 and x plus 5. Again, a squared minus b squared, the minus is there. 25 is a square number. So we take the square root of that, 5, and that's where we get x minus 5, x plus 5. Okay, there's some samples for this back on your notes. Go give those a try, and then we'll come on back and check your answers in the next video.